kama unatafuta kazi as a freelancer, I want you to know that it is one of the best ways to earn a living. Like, you can work from the comfort of your own home. You can work while you travel. Like, you can work from anywhere. And the best part is you can work part-time or full-time. But the only thing that I want you to keep in mind is that freelancing is not a pyramid scheme. Kwa ufupi, hautaingia hapa leo and you expect to make millions of dollars today. Now, in this video, I want to take you through ways that you can use to find freelancing clients, okay? So, kama ulijaribu kitu ikakushinda, this video is going to show you other ways of finding freelancing work. And another thing that I want you to keep in mind is, just because it didn't work for somebody else doesn't mean that it's not going to work for you. Okay? Mtu anaweza kuwa alijaribu kutafuta kazi, ikamshinda, alafu anakuja kusema, "Oh, these things don't work." No, don't listen to that. Listen to people who have worked online for years and they have experience. Sawa? So let me take you through ways that you can find freelancing clients and go try them out. Alafu, you'll come and let me know how it all goes. The first one is freelancing marketplaces, and I think most of us guys are familiar with Upwork because it's one of the largest freelancing marketplaces out there. Upwork is a good one. We also have Fiverr, TopTal, Freelancer, Guru, Tutor, and many other freelancing marketplaces. So these places are very good because you can just go sign up and you'll have access to many clients who are looking for freelancers like you. But the only thing about these platforms is that they're usually very crowded because, again, the entry level is very low. And any person who has skills, and even those who don't have skills, will want to try their luck. So obviously the platform is very competitive. The platforms, they're very competitive, and you really need to have high quality samples as well as a very good pitching strategy to stand out. Because remember, clients list out their jobs. Like, a client comes and they say maybe they're looking for a content writer, and you need to apply for that job. And it's not just you who is applying. We have other people who are also applying. So you need to really stand out for the client to hire you. So that's usually the downside with these platforms. But the good thing is, if you don't want to compete in these platforms, you can also try to find work through other ways. So that leads us to the second point, which is cold pitching. Now, cold pitching is a game of numbers. It's about quality and quantity. But before I even get there, let me explain a bit about what you'll do to find work through cold pitching. So here's the thing, you are the expert. Let's say you work online as a content writer, or you work online as a social media manager. So in that case, you can identify potential clients, or let me use Travel Moran as an example. Travel Moran is my company, and it's a blogging website. So you can maybe go through Travel Moran and realize that I have some blog deficit, so maybe I don't blog as often. Now, as a content writer, you can reach out to me and be like, "Hey Olivia, I've checked out Travel Moran, but I've realized you don't blog as often as you should." Or you can reach out to a company that has social media platforms and ask them to help them manage their socials, okay? And for the most part, these clients are going to ask you for your samples. That's a given. They're going to want to see what you're going to help them with, or how good you are at what you're applying for. So if you're a content writer, these people are going to want to see your blogs, the blogs that you've done in the past, okay? They want to see the web copies that you've done or emails that you've done. So if you're going to reach out to these clients, try to make sure that you have quality samples. Otherwise, utajiangusha. Now imagine you have tried, umepata their attention, but your samples ndo zinakuweka nje. So try to make sure that you have quality samples. It's about quality and quantity, and in many cases, you'll have to send a couple of pitches before you're able to be hired. And if it's any consolation, even the best freelancers in the marketplace sometimes send pitches for a week or two before they get hired. So keep sending those pitches. The next option is accounts, and I've made so many videos about accounts. If you'd love to see them, kindly just go on my profile and you'll have access to a couple. But accounts are platforms that give freelancers work. And we have several accounts. We have transcription accounts, writing accounts, chat moderation accounts, we have survey accounts, and many other different kinds. So depending on the skill that you have, again, you can just go ahead and find one that works for you. The bummer is that most of these accounts are location sensitive, meaning you cannot open them when you are in certain locations. So I don't want to delve deep into that, but just know sometimes, like if you're in Kenya, it becomes a bit hard for you to open an account that is strictly American, okay, if you know what I mean. So if you have a relative in the US, you can have them open the account for you, then they can share the logins. Or you can go the route that other Kenyans do, which is buying. And again, I don't recommend that, but if it's the option that you're going to use to earn money, then you try it out and let me know how it goes, okay? Personally, I used Verblio, which is a content writing account. I bought it. It served me for a while, but eventually it ended up getting closed for other reasons besides location sensitivity. But again, it served me well. So you can go ahead and try the accounts out. They're good options actually if you want to make money right off the bat, because once you have the account, it's like doing the work and you get paid. So it's like the easiest and the fastest way to earn money online. Besides accounts, we have freelancing, job boards, and these are more or less the same as the marketplaces, but they are again slightly different. We have a couple of examples. You can go check them out. We have ProBlogger, Container, we have Cision. I think I'll leave a list here. LinkedIn is also a good platform to try out, but like these other sites, it's also very hard for you to stand out. So like I said, it's just a good idea for you to try out other options. Because of AI, these sites don't have as many tasks as they used to in the past. Now, my favorite is branding. And I know this scares many people, but if you ask me what is the best way to find online jobs or what is the best way to find freelancing clients, I would tell you branding, because again, branding gives you control. Branding sets you apart and branding brings clients to you. Imagine that. So what is branding? I think the thing that scares most people about branding is the fact that it takes a lot of work. Branding is basically you putting yourself out there and positioning yourself as the expert. So case in point, you can start something like a website. So let's say I'm a content writer. I can start a website and start blogging about my services, how I'm going to help businesses, case studies here and there, and whatnot. And eventually, after a while of me building myself up, my website is going to start ranking on Google. And if it ranks and people are searching for what I've written, they're likely to find me. And if they find me, then they're likely to hire me. Case in point, if you go on Google and search for reasons to hire a freelance writer, you're likely to find Travel Moran, which is my website, ranking at the top spots of search engine, I think top 5, right? And if you're looking for a content writer, you're likely to convert. That article is likely to convert you to hiring me, okay? So that's just a good example. Or alternatively, you can also decide to start a social platform. I mean, all of you guys have known me through a social platform, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube. And I know that you guys have other favorite content creators or even vendors that you've known through these social platforms. So it goes without saying that these platforms really do a great job in putting your name out there. So if you're thinking about ways of solidifying your presence as a content writer, as a transcriber, as a virtual assistant, or any other skill that you're offering, then consider starting a social media platform or starting a website, or basically building your brand. My list wouldn't be complete if I wouldn't talk about social media again. But this time around, you're not doing it as a brand, you're doing it as somebody who's trying to find work on these social media platforms. When you go on Facebook or even LinkedIn and search for relevant groups, and by the way, when I say relevant groups, I mean groups that are related to the skill that you're offering. So you find these groups, join them, and be useful, like respond to comments, answer questions, and just be an active participant, because for the most part, you're going to get people who are interested in freelancers, okay? And even those who are not interested, sometimes they can be referrals. And in other cases, you'll realize that these people, maybe they are virtual assistants and they have an overload, okay? So join these groups and be active. Be active, because that's the only way that you're going to stand out. And to add on that point, when you're on social media platforms like LinkedIn, make sure that you are optimizing your profile to reflect whatever it is you're offering, because you never know, clients are always on the lookout for people like you. So you want, when they reach on your profile, they love what they see. Okay, make sure that it reflects everything that you're about. And lastly is the good old networking. For networking, you can either do that online or you can do it physically. So for physically, I know you guys maybe go to the gym, you go to different clubs, you go to different events. You can take advantage of this opportunity to interact with people. And I'm sure you're going to meet CEOs, you're going to meet head of departments, you're going to meet people who call shots at the companies that they work in. So take that opportunity to tell them about your services, your skills and whatnot. You never know. And if you're not an outdoor person, you can also still network online, like go on LinkedIn. Again, back to these social media platforms. Just connect with the CEOs, connect with the relevant people, because you never know. Like eventually, you're going to find somebody who wants to hire you. So guys, that's our session for today. But what I want you guys to keep in mind is that these things work. Again, I'm a testimony. I've been working online for the last 10 years. I started as a transcriber 2015 to 2016. Then I transitioned to content writing. And I can tell you for a fact, these things work and they pay well. At least it gives you the freedom to work from the comfort of your own home, to travel, okay, to work full-time or part-time. So again, it's very good. So that's that for today. I'll see you in the next video. But for now, be sure to subscribe, because I'll be sharing similar videos to encourage you, to teach you every other week. Bye for now.